right, we've hired tons of VAs, and I want to show you live how to do this. It's actually not very hard. In this case, we've got 1,100 files, 11,000 files, invoices from our friend Taylor across all these different customers. Here, I'll just show you. Across all the years, this is before electronic files. I mean, they're doing this like invoices. So you can see every year there's hundreds of these, and I ran it through ChatGPT to say like, hey, what do you think about this? I took a screenshot of this, and it said, I asked it, how many files are there? And it said there's 11,211 files. And then I went into one of the invoices and I said, okay, well, here's an invoice, and we want to do lifetime value analysis, like figure out, who are the most valuable customers, what's in the top 1 or 2%, what products are they buying, just ways to figure out like who are the best customers. Maybe they live in a certain area, maybe there's some kind of attribute about them. And to do the data entry on any one of these files, like if I just I'll just like go to one of these random ones, antique floors, right? These guys are buying reclaimed wood that Taylor has in his inventory. You'll see when this file opens that, here's the name, antique floors, email address, phone number, which of course we can use for retargeting on Google and Facebook, address, right, which allows us to do customer matching, maybe even offline conversions, which you can match back from your CRM. A couple ways of doing matching back. And you can see what they bought. They spent $193 after this discount. And then this person, Antique Floors, on this date has bought multiple things. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can say how many orders are there over what kind of time frame, what creates repeat orders. There's all kinds of ways just by processing this information. So I asked ChatGPT about this, and I said, well, I know we can hire VAs for $3 an hour, but can't we automate this? I know like we could run 11,000 files through some software and OCR, that kind of thing. But then again, it's like not so big of a project that it really deserves engineering. So maybe like the VA would make sense, sort of like that in-between thing. So I asked the AI, and it said, well, if you assume $3 an hour, it'll take between 300 and 900 hours. I don't think it'll even take 2 minutes per file, but maybe their internet is slow, or maybe, whatever. I've timed myself doing things like this, like creating ads, writing articles, editing videos. Typically VAs take 10 to 20 times longer. If it takes me 5 minutes, I've timed it over and over and over again to prove it's possible, and repeatedly. It'll take them like a whole day, even if we have a checklist or whatever. And it's not because I'm fast. It's just for some reason people take forever to do stuff. But I said, well, what if I just uploaded the screenshots? Because I could just like I did, right here, I'll just go screenshot by screenshot, right? Just like this. Here's one, here's another one. Just go down the list. And the AI, which I'm treating like a person, says, well, we could probably, cut this in half. So I'm thinking, all right, well, we cut this in half, let's say it's only 250 hours at $3 an hour, $750 to get all this in place. That's pretty reasonable, right? I mean, $2,800, it's worth it, but it's kind of a lot of money. And I just hate wasting things on data entry, right? So I'm coming to Upwork, and it's a short-term project. See, people spend all this time talking about this. It is really not hard. AI, I haven't even seen this before. Using AI, sure. Oh, I have. Why not? Everyone's got AI now. 11,000 invoices that I want to do analysis on. I need someone to do, to basically to screenshot each of these invoices into ChatGPT to update, into ChatGPT. Yeah, so that ChatGPT can read the invoice details and allow us to do, I'm actually in a sentence or two. Okay. Read the invoice details. Okay, I'll write a better description in a bit. Okay. So, okay. Must be, okay, I'll cut that part. 150 characters. Okay. Yeah. All right. And it's not like someone doing data entry needs to understand how to do lifetime value analysis, but whatever. Let's say an hourly rate. I'll say, I've seen people even bid $1 an hour, but I'll just say like $1 an hour depending how good they are, $5 an hour. I've hired people, literally the very best programmer I've ever had has been with me for 17 years. I hired him at like $10 an hour initially on some tiny little project. And then he got so good, I started paying him, 50, 75, $125 an hour. So good. But I'm a big fan of give people the chance, like as long as they are like good people who can learn and this whole kind of thing. Python. I mean, they could even write a script. Sure. Post a job. What? If you are okay, okay. If you okay, the files are what kind of files are these? A bunch of Excel files and folders. Okay, these are Excel files that are organized by year. Each invoice has the customer name, email, phone, and some order details. Date. Yeah, of course, it's the date. Okay, that's bigger. Old man like me, I like 110%. Okay. Anticipate a VA can screenshot each of these into ChatGPT to update a Google Doc. So you wouldn't need to do the tedious data entry. Okay. But if you're clever using automation, perhaps you can write a script to go through all these files. Doesn't matter to me. Let me know in your response that you understand clearly what I'm asking for, because they're going to just not a can. They're going to just give a canned response. And what I really, really expect for someone who's like doing data entry, what do I want? Someone like who's really thoughtful. I mean, that's asking for too much, right? Use the word. What's the word? Et more in your subject line to show. You always use a trap door. Show you're paying attention. No agencies. One reliable, smart person for this project who, and you always put a carrot there, who I can hire, who can I can who can yeah, I can hire for more projects at increasing rates. I just like to say this. I use these small test projects to give people a chance. Show you are a reliable communicator, especially email, and you have great attention to detail, because obviously if they type in the wrong things, like $1,000 instead of $100 for the invoice, that would be a problem. No typos, grammatical errors. I could, I could have freaking had our AI write this thing, but you know what? I will copy this and I'll say, see, even I forget to use the AI. Put this window out of the way. I'm writing an Upwork job posting. Please tune. Okay. All right. Tune this thing for me. Okay. Make it better. Oh, no. You put the no. Let's hang on a second. We put the trapdoor of ET more in the body to test who is paying attention. All right. I see. I didn't tell it why. So it's not the AI's dumb. I didn't tell it. We bury it in there. Okay. Invoice analysis project. Yeah. We didn't say anything about the automation, do we? Well, efficiency. Where did I say it? Okay. Yeah, he said that. All right. Fine. What else do we want to say? Note that they don't have to. You know what I should have done? I still can. Note that they don't have to have analysis skills, but they could learn, since we'll use ChatGPT to help us analyze the files too. And I'll just copy this. Oops. Freaking use AI all the time. And now I'm use canvas mode. Okay. So that brings it into left, right. I think we already started it here, but that's fine. Okay. Yep. Good. Copy and replace that there. Of course, I'm not going to include this thing at the bottom. I mean, even it's not like I'm like trying to hide that I'm using AI. But most people are so lazy with AI. VAs using AI, they freaking just include the stuff where the like, hey, here's your file. Thank you for you. It's like, come on now. Oh, actually, they add this stuff in here. I don't, I don't want their AI to write it. I want my AI, because my AI knows me because it has memory. Right? Okay. Worldwide, $3 to $5 an hour. Yep, one person. Screening questions. So I could include some questions. Yeah, might as well include one. I don't want to add too many. My own question, like, what do you think of canvas mode versus, this is just a test their analysis, because they just have to Google it. It's not hard. Versus O1 preview, ChatGPT, which we'll be using here. Okay, that'll screen out most of these people. And then I was gonna add one more thing here. Oh yeah, it's another qualifier trapdoor kind of question I was gonna ask. I forgot what I was going to ask. I mean, things don't have to be perfect. Sometimes it's, done's better than perfect. Yeah, I think adding more is like too much information. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what I was going to add. It's funny that these they don't. You'd figure Upwork would add this, but they won't watch. I prefer highly rated applicants, but will still consider. There's people like no stars, no reviews, or like bad reviews applying. Like it's just a waste of time. We'll still consider candidates with no with limited Upwork experience if they have a really compelling response. Okay. So I'm giving everyone a chance, but obviously better have like 20 plus reviews, 95 plus percent. It's pretty hard to get like a bad, like get less than 4.5, just like Uber or whatever it is. Okay. So there it is. Post the job. It took 15 minutes here. Now I can feature it. I think it was at 29 or 39 bucks. It's going to say, hey, do you want to feature it? $29. Do I want to feature it? Nah, I can feature it later. And it's funny because right now it's 1 a.m. Pacific time, but I found it doesn't matter what time of day, you'll just get tons and tons of people starting to come in. And I don't even have to come and invite anybody. I mean, they're just going to come in and start applying, and you're going to see all these proposals start to come in, usually like within minutes. Doesn't matter, 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 p.m. But I'm going to check back in the morning. But you see how easy this is? Most people, they just delay it, delay it, delay it. But just to freaking do the thing took me 15 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it and know that we have a course on how to do this, and we have templates already. This data entry one's so specific. It was just better to write from scratch than like to try to take a template and modify it. But if it's a standard role like web stuff, like the WordPress stuff or Content Factory stuff or Dollar a Day stuff, like just use the template. All right. Love to hear what you think.